back to Python scripting for GIS applications. This is a class at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, and it's spring semester 2013. From last time, your assignment was to write a script tool that will clip out polygons, and if the user checks on this Boolean parameter, it will also add a field for polygon hectares in the output after the clip occurs. So how does the script do this? Okay, so basically what we have is a variable from that Boolean parameter, and it's going to be true if the user checks it on, and it's going to be an empty string if the user does not check it on. So we run the clip geoprocessing tool, and then we ask the question, was that Boolean variable set to true? And if that Boolean variable is set to true, then we would add a field to our output shapefile. And that field would be called polyhectares, and it would be a double precision type. And then what we would have to do is determine what are the XY coordinates of our output shapefile. So what we could do is make a describe object using the .describe function, and then get the spatial reference property, and then from that spatial reference property determine meters per unit. So that will be stored in this variable. And then basically if the user checked on yes, they want that field created, we would ask the question, is that true? If it's true, we'll run update cursor. And we'll run an update cursor for two fields. So one field will be the shape area field, and then the field that we're trying to calculate, which would be the polygon area in hectares. So then for every row in our polygon rows, we'd get the shape area, and then the area in hectares will be the shape area times this linear conversion squared divided by 10,000. So this will convert our polygon to square meters, and then we'll divide it by 10,000 square meters in a hectare. And then we just update that row. So then when we're done, we'd have a field representing polygon area in hectares, and because we use this spatial reference property, it doesn't matter whether the XY linear units are in meters or whether the XY linear units are in feet. Okay, the last topic I want to teach you this week is something called the Progressor for script tools. And that basically allows you to send messages as your tool is executing. So here we're going to just do get parameter as text. It's not really important what we do up here. But here we have arcpy.setProgressor. And that's basically going to be a default progressor, and it's going to have a progressor message displayed here. And then what we'll do is we'll sleep for 20 or 10 seconds. So you'll see this default progressor. And I'm going to comment this out for now. So format, comment out region. So as a start, we'll do this default progressor. So I'll save this. And then basically I just have this get parameter as text. It really doesn't matter what it is because we're really demonstrating this set progressor. So it's going to be set progressor. The default type, there's two types. There's step progressors and the default progressor, and then the message associated with that progressor. So we'll run it and it'll become clear what I'm talking about. So I made a little script tool. So then we just say OK. So this is the progressor up here. So the default type just kind of gives you this busy animation, and then the title for that progressor will be displayed up here. So we did that by arcpy set progressor, default type, and then whatever you want your message to be. The second type of progressor is what's called a step progressor. So let me uncomment this block. So basically, the keyword step will be a step progressor, and then we'll have some title. And then we specify what the start and the stop is, and then what the increment is. So what this is going to do is start at 0 and then step through in increments of 25. So as we're running through, every time we say set progressor position, it'll step through. So the first set progressor position will be 0, the next set progressor position will be 25, the next will be 50, the next will be 75, and then the last progressor position will be 100. So we've got progressor position, and we've also got progressor label. So we could change that as we step through. So the first time through, it'll be at a step of 0, and the label will be first. And then the next time through, the label will be second, the next time through will be third, and then the last time through the label will be fourth. So we'll save this, and we'll comment out the original default progressor, and then save it. So this will be a step progressor. And then just OK. So here's our label first, and it's stepped to 25, wait 10 seconds, step to 50%, wait 10 seconds, step to 75%, wait 10 seconds, and then we're done. So that's basically, we set up our progressor and we specify what our steps are going to be, and then what our labels are going to be, and then we're doing some sort of processing. We set our progressor label and in its position, and then you can wait. So we could change this, for example, we'll do it every 10%. So go from 0 to 100 in increments of 10. We'll make our labels. Okay, so our labels will be 10% all the way up to 90%, and then the last label will be done. And then we'll just basically, those will be the labels, and our positions will go 0 to 100 by 10. So we save this. So it goes 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, all the way to done. Okay, so I think that's enough for this week. So if you go to the website, there's the homework assignment for writing script tools, and your assignment is to write 2 script tools to solve 4 candidate problems.